I'm going to give you another story of the fleecing of Floridians, and I had to write it down, so bear with me. Back in January of 2024, the FDA gave Florida the green light in a pilot program to import prescription drugs from Canada. DeSantis said that this was going to lower the cost for consumers and it's going to stick it to big pharma. And you would think that this sounds great for us, right? Well, not so fast, because this huge warehouse has been in Lakeland for the last 4 years, and reporters are saying that it's a ghost town. Now, the company in charge is called Life Science Logistics, and it has already raked in $77 million from Florida taxpayers. And guess what? They already received $50 million beforehand from 2021 to 2024. And since this July, they have raked in another $3.7 million. And for what? For construction and maintenance on a facility that isn't even operating? Are we for real? And I'm bringing this up because they want to give them more money for a program that is still not operational. But hold on. Guess who's in charge of the life science logistics? So let me tell you who it is, because I didn't even know and I had to do my research. Alex Azar actually served under the health department under Donald Trump the first time around. He is an attorney, a businessman, a lobbyist, and a former pharmaceutical executive. This is the same Azar that has a track record of raising drug prices, and he opposed Obamacare. And by the way, when he was the vice president of managed healthcares of Eli Lilly, he approved him tripling the price of insulin. Definitely not one of the very best people. Now you have the DeSantis administration asking legislation for $4 million. And this is not to buy the medications that we need from Canada, but to keep the warehouse alive. They said without the money, the program is going to collapse. And do you know what I have to say to that? DeSantis, how come you don't return the $10 million that you stole from ACA in order to pay for this warehouse that is not fulfilling its purpose whatsoever? And ACA is asking for additional money because they want to fund projects such as doing a deep dive into Florida 4 million Medicaid enrollees. And it is to study the health and social needs so the state can make better policy decisions. That at least could be useful. And they also want additional funds in the amount of $6.8 million for audits of Medicaid managed care provider networks. Now, the audits are to make sure that the health plans that cover nearly 3 million Floridians actually have enough doctors and specialists on their lists. Technically, that money is not supposed to come from the taxpayers, but it will be billed from the health plans themselves. So I guess the question that I have for you, do we want millions of dollars flowing into the warehouse with no Canadian drugs to show for it? Or would you rather that our taxpayer goes to Medicaid studies and audits? I guess the bigger question would be, will the legislators still say yes to $4 million to keep the empty drug warehouse open? Or will they finally ask, why is Florida Cheaper Med program all paperwork and no pills? That is all.